Ryan here with the MAGU Spirit YouTube channel, and today we're making cast iron steak on the grill. We'll balance it with anti-inflammatory foods, talk about why most diets fail, and how to enjoy good food without the guilt. You ever see anyone use a cast iron on the grill? Today we're doing it. Now, steak gets a bad rap for inflammation, but instead of cutting it out completely, I'll show you how to balance it with other ingredients so the next time you cook a steak, it can actually feel healthier and more sustainable. So let's get started. We'll cut some fresh garlic. Press it into the meat. So we're seasoning the steaks with fresh garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder, rosemary, thyme, smoked paprika, and then at the end we'll put some fresh oregano. Oregano that I grew in the garden. All right, got the steak seasoned. Let's get the onion cut. Okay, we're gonna let the meat sit a little bit. Okay, let's prepare the sweet potatoes next. We're gonna cut the sweet potatoes into tiny little cubes and then season it. Thin slices. Okay, so the sweet potatoes cut up, so we're gonna put oil, salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. Okay, the sweet potato is gonna go in the oven on a baking tray, so you just wanna make sure everything is lightly oiled. All right, that's good. Okay, so the sweet potatoes went in the oven for 20 minutes at 425 degrees. Let's get the kale prepped. Okay, I got the kale all washed. It's gonna go in the oven with some oil and lemon. Okay, the kale's gonna go in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, so the reason I use the cast iron is that I could put butter on the bottom and the top of the steak, and then the pan helps sear in the flavors. So check this out. All right, let's get this on the grill now. Bet you haven't seen this before. Okay, we'll let that cook at about 400 degrees, but in the meantime, let's check on the kale and the sweet potato. The kale, you just want it to get lightly crispy. Sweet potatoes will turn golden brown and soft. So here's the thing, a lot of us try diets and fail, myself included. And it's usually because the changes are too extreme and not sustainable enough. Start smaller, like here, using sweet potatoes instead of French fries or a white potato. Little swaps like this will go a long way. Instead of trying to force becoming vegetarian, vegan, or another strict diet, take small steps at a time and build a sustainable diet. Onions are done, steaks are flipped. Let's let this cook a bit longer. Gonna cook the onions a bit longer. Okay, now that the steak and onions are cooked, the last thing to prepare are some eggs. All right, everything's cooked. Let's prepare the dishes now. There you go, steak, eggs, and kale salad. So here's the thing, they say things like steak and butter can trigger inflammation because things like red meat and dairy are known to be things that cause inflammation in the body. But everything else here, the sweet potatoes, kale, onions, egg, they're all good for inflammation. So you can say this dish is like 90% good for you. And in my last video, I talked about how inflammation in your gut can affect stress and mental health. So check that one out if you haven't already. So let's try it. Oh, I did the onions good. Whew. And as always, be sure to take your scoop of MAGU. Cheers. So let's sum this up with 3 sustainable tips for your diet. Number 1, make small swaps. Don't go from steak, fries, and pizza to trying to be vegan overnight. Switch one thing at a time, like brown rice for white rice, sweet potato for fries, or carbonated water for soda. And number 2, balance things out if you're trying to limit your intake. This dish has steak and eggs, so we were able to cut the amount of steak we eat in half, still get the flavor, proteins, but it still helps you manage that inflammation. And tip number 3, think consistency, not perfection. Your diet's not made or broken in one meal. It's what you do over weeks, months, and years. A cheat day is okay, just don't let it become a cheat week. And just know that this meal has this amount of nutrients. So see what kind of adjustments you can make to make a sustainable diet for yourself. And if this looked good or helped you, be sure to subscribe and check out our healthy eatings playlist because we'll be making more meals like this so that you can enjoy a balanced diet that tastes good and you don't have to feel guilty about eating it. So thanks for watching this video. If it helped you, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment below if you want to see me cook anything in particular, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.